Welcome back, crafty friends. It's Alicia of the Call Me Crafty Al YouTube channel, and I am back today with a little project featuring some of the ADORNit papers that I was sent for being an ambassador for March, April, and May of this year. The paper line that I used today is called Home Tweet Home, and I chose 3 papers from the line, and I was able to make this holder and the 4 cards inside of it. Now you might be thinking, that holder and the cards look familiar. I did one of these for the latest Oh So Inspired collaboration, and if you haven't seen that and you want a tutorial on how to make the holder for the A2 size cards, I'm going to link that video below, and I will pop it up in the upper right corner now. What I'm going to do right now is just kind of show you each card that I created, and then if you want to stick around, I will have just a quick process video. I'll be speeding everything up, but you can see kind of how I made my decisions and put the papers together and all that stuff. If you watch until the end, or if you want to fast forward, I won't tell anybody, I am going to be giving away this holder and card set. So you can get all the details about that at the end of the video. I am going to link the ADORNit store below, and I will try to find the exact papers that I used and link straight to those. But let's go ahead and kind of look at the holder. Now for this one, I did just a little decoration on the flap. I used a scrap of the paper and put some on there. And then I used one of the cut apart pages and I placed it right under there. And I thought that that sentiment made it a good gift for someone, you know, if you wanted to give it as a thank you or something. And then because the papers are double-sided, it's hard to see, but there is actually a pattern on the other side. It's like light diagonal stripes. And I'll show you each of the cards that I made and try to get them in order of the video. So the first one I did, I just used one of the 4x4 cut aparts, and I used some scraps of the yellow floral paper just to put on each side to kind of separate it from the plaid in the background. And to add a little bling and some interest, I did add those 6 gems right there. Next up, and this one probably took me the longest to figure out exactly what I wanted to do, but I had this cute birdhouse on one of the papers, I believe it was, and so I fussy cut around that. I used one of the banner sentiments that are provided on one of the pages, and then again, just for some bling, I put some small yellow gems above that. I do have the You're So Tweet banner and the birdhouse popped up on foam tape. Next is just a little birdhouse, and for this one, the birdhouse actually came from the leftovers from the holder, because you only need 9 inches, 9 by 12, so that birdhouse was actually on the right 3 inches, which worked out perfectly. So I fussy cut that out. I used one of the journaling cut aparts to put behind it. And then since I did have to slice off the side of the house for the holder, I just put everything to the left of the card so it looks like that's how it was supposed to be. And last but not least, it would not be me if I did not make a shaker card. You know, I love a shaker. Now this, again, I use cut aparts from the pad and one of the pattern papers. For my shaker window, I did end up putting strips of foam tape right across here and right across here, and I covered it up with the There's No Place Like Home banner because I didn't want all my sequins just falling straight to the bottom. I wanted some to be able to stay at the top and shake up there. If you would like to see how I put these together and kind of my thought process, I don't know that I'll be doing a lot of talking during the tutorial or the process video. If there's something that I think that you need to know, I will chime in. But if you have a question and it is not answered, make sure to leave it in the comments below because I would love to help you out if I could. If you enjoy this video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and would like to know when I upload more videos, please hit subscribe. And if you're coming here because you're already a regular viewer or a subscriber, thank you so much. Here is the process, and then don't forget to stick around to find out how you can win this set. The first thing I'm going to do is cut down my paper for the holder because I want to see where it's going to land on here. I do need to have a 9-inch wide strip, so I'm going to cut 3 off the left and see where that lands, and hopefully I'll still be able to get this birdhouse. And yes, it looks like it. The cut line lands right at the edge of that ledge. So I'm gonna have to cut this bird off, unfortunately, but I think we can make it work. And then I'm gonna set this piece aside because this is what I'll make the holder from later after I have the cards finished, but I just wanted to do that first. Next up, I'm gonna go ahead and cut, after I cut the branding strip off, I'm gonna cut this down into the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch pieces, and then I'll have some scraps left over. But what I'm going to do is cover the front of the card completely with a pattern paper, so that's why I chose that size. So here now I have the 4 pattern papers where I could choose this side or this. And then that also left me with some scraps that I can use as well. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut this paper into all of the small pieces, all of the cut aparts, and that way it'll help me when I start to put the cards together, kind of just see what I have. And then what I'll do if I want to use any of these, I will trim those out later to just the banner shape. I'm going to go ahead and pop this up on the card with some foam squares. And I mentioned before, I just got these at the Dollar Tree. They're cheap, you get lots of them, and they work very well. I've decided I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut this image out. And just to make the image a little shorter, I'm going to cut off that very point at the top, and that'll allow me to show some of these flowers on the card itself. Down around the flowers, I'm going to leave a slight white border just so the image is a little easier to cut out, and where the stems are, they'll be a little bit more sturdy. thank you so much for watching my process and staying around to find out how you can win this card set and holder for yourself. Now, because of shipping, I do need to keep it within the United States. So to be eligible to enter, you need to be a public subscriber who is 18 years or older and lives in the United States. To enter is really pretty simple. All I ask that you do is give this video a thumbs up and then leave a comment below and tell me which card is your favorite. And I will leave the giveaway open for 10 days, so until March 29th. You can leave your comment by then at midnight, and I will do the drawing in early April and get these sent out. I'm sorry to my international subscribers, but at this time I won't be able to ship it to you, but I'm hoping to have my 2,000 subscriber giveaway, which might become my 2,500 subscriber giveaway sometime in April, and I hope